There we go. Yo, Grimy, what's up? How you doing today? Hope you're well. We're working on some weird stuff today, as you can see. And I have some music I'm about to get going here. Let's see if I can get it going. Let's see, what are we in the mood for today, Grammar? You in the mood for anything in particular, any type of genre? Some punk, some hard rock, 80s rock, surf rock, upbeat indie. Ooh, how about this? Psych rock. It's a little loud. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get the volume adjusted real quick. I am having a lovely day, in fact. Let's turn it a little bit more. Let me know if the music is too low and if I need to turn it up a little bit more. But I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. This is nice, actually. I like this. I like this music. I know you do, but like, Pashal. Is the volume good though? Is the volume good? At least. I know my volume's probably fine, but I just want to make sure the music volume maybe is probably a little bit lower. There we go. Alright, I'll put it there. I'll put it there. That should be fine. Just under my voice. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just turned it up a tiny bit, so hopefully that'll be a little bit better. Perfect. Awesome. Cool. Excuse me. So let me show you all the inspiration that I got going here. So this is what I had here. I don't know. Let me hide what I had going here for this. Alright, so this was the original inspiration. I got it off of Pinterest. Full credit to Rizzle20. 2020, I guess, when they dated it, but for the original artwork. But I'm just using it as a kind of a layout for how I really liked how the arms were, the forearms and everything. And yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like the holding of the orb especially. I'll probably do something different for the head though. So. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. So, but instead of the forearms, I went ahead and did 6. I'm still not quite sure about that. And I made them all the same size, but I like it. The idea of it being a little bit more spidery, maybe a little more creepy, less like I want it to be ethereal, but in a very like how you wouldn't expect kind of way. So almost like the wings are almost like also the arms and stuff like that. And that was an idea I got from the Neon Genesis. So. Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool so far. I'm using cylinders, and then these are the. I zoom in real close here. You can see these are actually the whatchamacallit, the prefabs, which I am skeptical on using, but they load in really well. It's just they're a little. I don't know if the prefabs are less intense or more intense than on loading than the other stuff, but they should at least give good lighting. And then I've got like the prefab cylinder room in between them, and I like them facing each other too because it kind of gives like a little wrist joint bit. Fingers are also made out of the cylinders, the same stuff. some spheres to give them some ball joints. But yeah, I really liked how the arm part came out and how I was able to articulate them. So now I gotta work on like the body, maybe working in something in between the arms, I'm not sure. I could maybe do like flags or something hanging off. I think that would be kind of cool. Actually, yeah, hold up. I have an idea. I already have an idea. Probably should wait, but I can hide them if need be. So, let's hide that real quick. And watch asset browser. So you guys won't be able to see my asset browser, but that's just how I get the parts in here. Thanks to good old DJ Monkey. DJ Monkey. Oh my god. Guy is a freaking genius. Freaking genius, I swear. All-time god of Blender, I swear. He is my idol when it comes to this stuff. Because I've seen some of what he's done, but I don't think I've seen all of what he's done, and I feel like if I did, I would just be put to shame. Like, it's that type of vibe. But he's the guy who made or worked on, and primarily, I guess I should say, made the Blender add-on for No Man's Sky. And it's so advanced now. I gotta check if there's an update to see if there's new parts. That's one thing I did forget to do. But I've mostly been using the prefab structures for this, and I've been quite enjoying it. Prefabs and then that stuff. Like the cylinders and the spheres and whatnot. God, my headphones are like super tight right now. Sorry about that. Let me see here. What was I about to work on? Oh, right, the flags. Flags. Where are they? Because I thought about doing the canvas awnings, but I was like, no. I mean, I could technically put them like right there and just have them like stick off, but I think that'd be boring. So what I think I'm gonna do is do the where was it? These guys. But I don't know if I want those ones or if I want this one or if I want this one, the weathered one. Because I know we got new ones, but I don't have the new ones right now. So, or we got just the wires, which would also be really nice. So I'll have to remember to see if later on if it's updated. But so if I do this, let's see here. Let's say that one's about center. Yeah, but if it's not, I just need the angle, so I'll just do the minis. Alright, change that to normal. Minimize that. 90 degrees, make sure it's facing the right way, yeah. Yeah, I haven't worked on anything in Blender in like freaking forever, so figured I was like, you know what? I've been working on this recently, might as well give you guys a taste of what I've been doing. Super soft drink, what's going on, dude? Welcome in. Working on some weird stuff in Blender right now. I think if I do it like that, like have them kind of like hanging off of the arms, I think that would be kind of cool. Give it a little bit of an embellishment. See if I can get it back a little bit more. I might need to size it back down, let's see. No? It's going right with it, but it's also not going right with it. I don't get that. Okay, I was doing that. I think I just need to size it down a little bit more. Yeah, and raise it up a little bit. I'm just trying to see like where would be the best thing for them, because like I think angling them down, in all honesty, like that is gonna be better, like to where it gives it a little bit more gravity. But I also like the idea of it kind of rushing at you, or like looking like it's being blown in the wind or whatever. So I'm not sure. How you doing today, Super Soft Drink? I hope you're doing well, dude. I'll show you the inspiration for what we're working on real quick here. That's where I got the arms from and everything. But I'm taking it more of a can't speak right now. Neon Genesis Evangelion route. I might end up redoing the hands. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure. But I'm just not loving them right now. Yeah, if I can get it right, and then I don't plan on it being gray. I've just got it gray right now, so it's a little bit easier to see against the background. I plan on coloring it similarly to this. What I plan on doing is, because I'm using the cylinders here as well as the prefabs, I know when you make those white and orange wood texture that it actually comes out more metallic looking sometimes. I don't know though, I gotta be careful. So I might end up just, but it'll give like the borders of it like a gold look. I know that for a fact, and the white comes out like really pristine white. So I think that's gonna be what I end up doing, because I can set the textures here and I'll end up sending it to the white and orange wood probably, but yeah, so far so good. I'm just trying to think like what all I can do to like maybe add some detail to it or whatever. And right now I'm not sure about the flags too much. At least those ones. Cause there's a lot I could do with it, you know. Like right off the bat, I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, are they hands, or do I put like a dual pronged antenna in there and size it up a little bit, you know, for the fog effect. Get some fog effects going in there, you know, and make it more like a little, like, laser beam type thing. You know, like their needles. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think I just convinced myself of that. Get a bit bigger here. But it needs to be even with those. Hold on. So we gotta turn it at 45. Well, no, because that's not really even. Crap. So let me just use the. Where's the other one? I also hate that we got new. Yeah, let me wait for that stuff. Let me wait for some of the decoration stuff and just get the stuff I know I can get in here right now, because I know there's new decoration stuff that we got that I might have the update for, and I'm just not sure if the actual update came out yet. So for the add-on, let me move these off of the photo a little bit so I can just see the depth of it a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better so I can just see everything. Okay. Because eventually, yeah, it'll be lined up a little bit better, and you know, it'll be more like that kind of. That's the idea I'm going for, at least. It's very ethereal. I don't know if I'll end up doing the 8th set of hands, or the I'm sorry, the fourth set of hands, I should say, to make 8 in total, holding the sphere. I'm not sure if I'll do that or not, but I could. I definitely could, but I kind of like this so far, so we'll see. Alright, so really I should start probably... Alright, because I like the arms right now. I don't really want to do anything else with them right now. I need to start working on... I don't know why I hit that. Some of maybe the body, like connection pieces. Figure out what I'm going to do for some of the chest plates. I'm sorry all that I'm coughing. I had a little bit of a cough that I've had a bit of a cough. But I've been trying to stream as much as I can. So my throat sounds a little bit rough. So what can I use for chest plate? That's the question. Oh, I already know. So we're gonna go and do this real quick. I'm gonna keep those hidden. And I'm gonna use these are the prefab square rooms, because I know it'll keep the same textures and everything that I've already got going. So I can create kind of like pectorals and abs out of these. Actually, let me do this here. Hide. Oh no, hide that. There we go. And then actually, yeah, let me just go ahead and unhide. There we go. And then just pull this up all the way up here to where I can work on it without having to worry about it moving the other stuff. See if I can remember friggin' proportions from art. Friggin' art class. I don't think that's even. Oh no, it is even. Okay. See, I don't know if that's gonna look terribly good for chest armor, but maybe if I like turn it a little bit. I wonder. Yo, Dashboard Devil, what's going on? Everybody, Dash is gonna be streaming in a few more hours, so we'll be probably raiding him. Not even probably, we're going to be raiding him. I'll be streaming for a couple of hours here, so I think I might just do like 18 degrees on each side. That should come out to give it a little bit more dimension. But it's not so flat. Nah, see, it just needs to be 9 degrees. Yeah, I saw it right there, -9. Oh, no. Crap, 9. -9. There we go. I don't know why I was being weird. And then go to use gray again, just so I can see. Okay. So if I take that, I'm gonna copy paste. Put that to about here. That's actually not bad. A little bit more, maybe. No, actually, I can like it like that. Like it like that. And then... Actually, yeah, let me size those ones up one more. Right there. Where they're each kind of like slightly overlapping into one another. Like that. And that'll create like a nice little chest piece armor, I think. crusty booty, what's going on? The crusty's booty we know. Nah, see, I think that needs to be a little bit more offset, so keep the sizing maybe, but hold up. Let's see here. Do that. So we got 0.2. Alright. Do we do the 6-pack, ladies and gents, or do we do the 8-pack? Because these are the packs right here, and these are the packs. We got packs and packs. How many packs we doing? We doing 6 or we doing the full 8? What do you think? It's supposed to be like angelic. I feel like we should do the full 8-pack, but maybe we need a little bit smaller. A little bit too big right now. It's not bad proportions, actually. I kind of like that. I kind of like them. Actually, you know what? I like, you know what, the other side of them, though. So, you know what? Let's do this. Individual origins. I don't know why I thought that side was going to look better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I'm just going to pull it back a little bit. Right about there. Yeah, buddy. Actually, that's a little bit too far. Yeah, it's a bit too far. Another. Alright, I'm gonna pull the pectorals back a little bit since they're a little. Yeah, it's a bit too far. There we go. Okay. Maybe Dash was right. Maybe they are uneven. They are uneven. How do they keep getting uneven? I don't understand that. Hold up. Because I was showing him this earlier and he was saying they were uneven, and I think he was right. They somehow keep getting uneven. It's because they are. I don't know. I must have moved them. Yes, they are even. Okay, it was just they were offset on the grid. Excuse me. Oh, no, that's not right. No, I'll hide this that. Oh yeah, right there for the shoulders. Hold up, maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, right there. Actually, no, that's not bad. That's pretty centered. I like that. So that's gonna be like the chest armor right there, and then you can see like where the head's gonna go and the legs and everything like that. Let's start to get the picture of it. I feel like this needs some embellishment, though. Like, it needs to, like, fully wrap around something. So, you know what? I have a better idea of how to do this. So that's gonna be the test trial, quote unquote. But I have a better idea of how I can do that. How I can set that up. So we're gonna do the same thing, but, a little bit differently. Go ahead and make it a light. I'm just going to make them red. Just a little bit easier to see the difference. Wait, oops, wrong way. That's 90. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one row of them. Alright. And then how many far down did I go before? I don't remember. These are a little bit too big anyways. Is that how it was doing that? I don't know. Okay. So each of those is now cascading a little bit. And the reason for that is because the top ones and this one we're going to do a little bit differently. But I'm going to take it, pull it out to about all of them. Pull all those out a little bit, maybe like 0.5, not 1. I think here. 5, yeah. Alright. 3D cursor. Copy paste, and then this is how I'm gonna get basically like I think the main body of it, and then I'll end up readjusting the arms. So actually, yeah, let me do this. Okay, so I can do, what is that? That's 45. More. Let's try. The 60 is gonna be annoying though. So it needs to be a bit smaller then. That's that on the 45. It's not bad. A little bit smaller. Maybe it was bigger? I don't know. Oh no, it just needs to be a little bit farther away is what it is. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. See, the bottom ones aren't perfect. Let's see, what do I think about that? Okay, so I know what I can do. I have an idea. This is something I learned in art class a little while ago. Not like a little while ago, but like back when I was in high school. So if you offset, I don't remember what the actual artist's name was, but if you create a pattern that can go into itself, so to speak, it's infinite, and you can create loops that way in art really easily. So if I stagger these like this, for instance, I think I might need to stagger them a bit more. Yeah, I gotta stagger them a little more. Hold up. The stagger has to be even. I don't want it too staggered. There we go. So I'll just do the 1. One of the sides just looked like it was rotated a degree off. Maybe it's just me. It could be. I mirrored them, Dash, so the mirror isn't always perfect. And even if it's not, I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. Okay, so like that, and I think if I do it like this, my theory's right. Still, I think they'd all have to be the same size though. Yeah, they would. Okay. That's fine. So here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, actually, we're just gonna do three for the bottom torso. Okay. Let's see if I can do something here real quick. That's more of the angle I was looking for. Okay. So what is that? That's the 30 probably. Yes. Okay. Alright. That's more of what I'm looking for anyways for the bottom torso at least. So then I can pull it back minus 15. Oh, that was 25. 45. Minus 15. Oh, that was 12. I can't do freaking. I can't type today. There we go. Minus 15, and then it'll be like dead center like that. Be offset a little bit. And then I can do minus 60. And I don't know if I'm gonna quite end up doing this. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, so that's gonna be a little bit too wide. Unless I made it smaller. Yeah, I could just shrink it down. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know if I like it just being circular like that though, but you know, the whole body is kind of circular, or the arms or whatever I mean, so at least for this part. I was thinking it was gonna be more. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm thinking. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so it's a little bit more like, I don't know how you would call that, but like lip shaped, I guess. I don't know. But just thinking. Because a lot of times what I'm trying to do doesn't end up being what I actually end up doing. It ends up turning into something else, but it always ends up working out, and that's why I kind of love my work and like just my work process or whatever. It never goes where I expect it, but it always goes somewhere well. So. That could be kind of cool, actually. Yeah. I'm just thinking of ways I can actually like connect it. I gotta look at the inspiration again. I'm not really liking that. It's got these. Okay, I see. It's hollow. Okay, so you know what? Let me bring that back and just use the front part of it. I see what it's doing. Okay. Maybe just if I can get that whole thing back. Yeah, okay. Let me just take out one of them in the back. And then do this. I think that'll look a little bit better. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Alright. And then bring this back real quick, see. Because that's gonna be the rib cage, I think is what I'm trying to do, but. Oh, and you know what? In that case, I have an idea. Take out these back two, and then I'll end up putting like a spinal column up the side. But you know, I'll leave them for now just to remind myself, and then I'll put them as a different color. Just put this black. Got like a cool like cyberpunk style column, or not column, freaking. What do you call it? Spine. I don't remember the name of it. Going to the back of it. Alright, so let me do this. Selection the cursor, keep offset, but I'm not quite ready for that, so let me just hide that. Knock the bounding box in it for it, really? That's interesting. Okay. That's about there. Now, see, I know. Alright. Thinking about how everything's gonna attach, how everything's gonna kind of. So, you know, arms, ligaments, those are typically the easier bits for me. Any jointed parts, but like hard surface, like where you got like body parts, like full on torsos and stuff like that, those I always tend to struggle with. But I figured I was like, you know what, I'll challenge myself a little bit, do it on stream here. And if you guys have any ideas, let me know, and happily consider them. Because, you know, I'm always open to brainstorming. Yes, I don't know. It's just something about it. I feel like it's almost like that should be a shoulder or something. Yeah, I see it. Hold up. And then maybe like. And I still feel like they're gonna need to be tilted a little bit more, so let me do this. Kitty cursor. Tilt them down about 9 degrees each, maybe? better. There we go. That's a little bit more proportional too. Okay. And then size this a smidge. Let's maybe like show my map. See, I think that's somehow not even. Oh, it's just the angle of this bottom one, so I see. Oh, hold on. It's back. Not really loving that one either, but let me see if I can fix it. I just don't really feel like those are like, I need like sockets is the problem, and that's what I've been struggling to, like I've sort of kind of come up with that. Maybe I should just keep going with the same parts then. Let me not overdo it. Yeah. Alright, that works. So here's what I can do. Is literally just do this. I think I was totally just overthinking it there, yo. Right up to about. Let's see, I'm not even sure about do this. Shoot this. There we go. That'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. Just to finally like get it onto the shoulder itself. How many was that now? Actually, you know what? I could do it right about there. That's not a terrible idea. Hold on. Snap it. What the hell? Hold up. What the hell is going on? Ah! Why is it snapping like that? That's weird. These parts might be screwed up. Oh, that's gonna suck because I'm mirrored on. Oh my god. That's gonna be a pain in the patootie. That is so gonna be a pain in the patootie. I mean, kind of. I think I could do it, but it'll depend on how it comes out in game. I just don't want to do too much. So I'm trying to work on the body now, but. Looking at the asset browser again just to see something. You know what I genuinely wonder would make for a decent, kind of like socket part is the base teleporter. I don't know. I guess I could. Could just make it more of an illusion. I don't know how I do that though. Anything. Oh, yes I do. Hold up. I have an idea. I have an idea, and it's to do with these guys. Just figure out how I want them. With the curved corridors or something like that. There we go. Alright, so I just grabbed the cuboid roof. I don't know if that's the right call or not, but I don't think it is. Man, I'm actually having a little bit of a brain fart here, y'all. I'm sorry. Trying to figure out this body part here, and it's just bothering me. I think I'm just gonna do it like this. Yeah, because those have the... Yeah, I didn't think about that. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna do that because these guys have the doors on them, and I don't know, I just feel like this is gonna work better for the body. It just looks like it actually proportionally with it. I gotta contort with it anyways, because of the pieces I was using anyways, so. I'll probably get it to about there. I think that should look pretty good actually. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, actually. I don't mind that. Okay. Because what I was thinking was I could even put the hollow doors in there to kind of really give it some vibe, but I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. Make it a bit bigger though. Yeah, definitely a bit smaller. Okay. Because eventually, there's going to be more covering it up. Hopefully I'll have like some armor plating and stuff like that. Because now I'm wondering, should I use the square ones, which actually wouldn't be hard to replace, so, hold up. 2 seconds. Square one here real quick. Select all those, select the square one. Go to my utility and turn off peak scale and oh no, I definitely want peak scale, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, I think the square is gonna look a little bit better. Well, no, it won't. No, it will not. Because the arms are rounded, everything's rounded, so I think I'm gonna keep the rounded look. And then maybe I can use the squares to like plate it around it or something. That'll be really easy to do. I feel like it's gonna need a much larger torso though than what it has currently. So I'm gonna need to size it up. That's probably, yeah, it is probably gonna need to be about there. It's just where the legs are gonna go and everything. I'm just trying to imagine it all. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the size torso that it needs. Which actually, that does not look bad at all, so. Especially again, considering a lot of it's gonna get kind of covered up, but you'll still be able to see a lot of the detail in it. And this thing is gonna be, you guys know me, this thing is gonna be huge. This thing is gonna be freaking towering over a city. So Krusty, if you want a cyberpunk city that, you know, has one of these thingies towering over it, let me know. Or Dash, if you want to work on it, or anybody that's in chat here. You know, I'm just saying, you guys are good builders. No it's not a spider. It's supposed to be like an angelic thing. I'm just not done yet. Yes, there were spider influences, but like, it's freaking 6 arms, not 8 legs. God, Krusty, learn what arachnids are, okay? 8 legs. Thank you, Dash. See, thank you. See, it's looking killer. I gotta figure out what to do for the head and shit, though. The head's gonna be difficult. I have no idea what to do for that. I can start building up the neck, though. I think I want like a really long neck. But see, I want to start articulating this is the issue. So I'm gonna think here for a second. Yeah, let me get the, yeah, I know what I can do. Because this is not gonna be like a straight up and down type of thing. You guys know me. I'm gonna fully articulate this thing. I'm just trying to figure out the lengths of everything. But I think I definitely want like a super long neck. Maybe like one longer. Because I want it coming up above the arms. I want the head coming all the way up here, maybe. No, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. Hold on, right about... I think right about there for the end of the neck. Do one more. Do one more. So it's going to be bending down is the thing. Right, so I did want it a little bit longer. Okay. So right there should be good. Alright, and you guys will see what I'm about to do. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to select all these parts real quick. And just isolate these real quick. Alright. Now watch the magic. Okay. So, this is kind of how you would do this in No Man's Sky. You would take like your base one, right? And then you would glitch to create a curve, right? But see, for me, what I do is I go to active element, and then I do a curve. So I'll do probably like a pretty shallow. I don't want to do too shallow. Probably we'll do a 9-degree curve. Deselect that one. Select this one. Another 9-degree curve. You see what I'm doing here? And this is what you guys would basically get, but this is how I can get the same effect. And start to articulate things that are already there. And that's why I kind of chose these parts in particular, because I knew they had really good symmetry and really good snap points, and I could just kind of duplicate them easily and articulate them really well and whatnot, so. And I think this will create like a nice spinal kind of column effect, where they kind of look interlocked. I think the last one here, yeah. Like that. And so now when we put this, no, I'll hide, hold up. There we go. Hold up. Alright, and now for the reveal. Hold on. Hashwa. Maybe it is a little bit spidery, but I wanted it to look more alien. And then I think if I kind of create maybe like more of an upward curve to it, I don't know, we'll see. But so now I need to curve the spine and everything, and I don't like the size of the torso necessarily in comparison to the neck. I think with the neck a little bit bigger. Is there one more I'm missing? No. Right about there. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that is more like it. And now what I can do, hold on, because we're not done yet. Heebies and the jeebies. Alright, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Alright, you gotta run, Dash. Go get ready for your stream and everything, alright, dude. I'll catch you later. So now we can go back to that global active element thing. Go back to here. Actually, no. Oh, not that one. Sorry, this one. And we can size down. This is what I meant to do before, but I also forgot to do that stuff. So that way it doesn't look so, you know, cough, cough, phallic. That it looks more like a spinal neck and not so weird. Oh. And then I'll probably leave the last 2 or 3 maybe, just to give it a little bit of a base. No, I'll go and push. Yeah, last one as well. There we go. So that'll give it a... That's like a neck vibe right there. See? So it's all about just kind of like blocking it out and then figuring out how you want to move it. You know, and that's how I was able to get all of this. Like, a lot of this did not look like this right off the bat. A lot of this was just, like, straight, and then I had to articulate it, and then, you know, just like I just did there. And so I think my work process is just a kind of weird process, but hopefully Krusty, and, you know, what's funny is, Krusty, that you said it's giving you the heebie-jeebies, but one of the things that inspired me to do this was your angel and like demon type of build where you had like the big feathers and everything coming off of it, and I just wanted something that was kind of like so angelic, like it was like unrecognizable. You know, it would be like mechanical, it would be like otherworldly, almost alien. Smaller in there. No, it's fine. Okay. But I don't know. Something about it. I kind of like that part of it, but I don't necessarily like this part of it. So I'm not sure right now. I think it's this part that I don't really like. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do the same size as what's up there, approximately. Or actually, you know what? It's a little bit smaller. Yeah, there we go. Now it's the same size. All right. And yeah, here we go. And then I can do the spine as well. And I think I kind of want to give it like a really long tail even. I think that would be kind of cool. You know what it is starting to look like? It is alien looking. It's starting to look like one of those face huggers. That's what it's looking like. So let me not do the tail so long. Hold up. I don't want it to go all tail hugger on me. A tail hugger. Face hugger on me, I mean, from Alien movies. That would be actually creepy. But I don't mind a little creepy. Creepy is fine. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be a little bit differently, though. I'm going to go in same depth, but then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this one back out and just kind of alternate them that way. But to get them the right places, I have to do it like this. Otherwise the placement of them will get off. I don't know why my freaking mouse is being weird right now. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I love that though. Something about it's weird. I think it's just, I do genuinely think it's that these things are too big. Joyroth, what's going on, dude? We're making like a weird angelic thing from Neon Genesis. Evangelion. It's one of my favorite animes. There we go. I think that's gonna be a bit better. I mean, the bottom looks better. Okay, cool. Alright, that's better. And then I can I'll figure out the arm parts later where it'll socket. I'll figure something out to do with that. Yeah, that'd be an angel, alright, dude. Freaking hell, you be seeing one of these things pop up. It's gonna have like legs and everything too, dude. This thing's gonna be like freaking epic. It's gonna have like big old hind legs that come out, just kind of like similar to the arms do. I want it kind of like maybe praying mantis looking. I have plans for this. Yo, Sins Arcade, what's going on, dude? Haha, Shiva, is that you? Shiva was another inspiration, actually. So good catch there, Sin. I took a little bit of inspiration from like some Hindu gods and everything. So turn this back 45 degrees, actually. Ah, see, that looks better to me. Because then what I can do is on the back side of it, I can put the hollow doors. Something like that. Those little holographic door openings. 07 to you, Sin. How you doing, dude? And how you doing, Joy Roth? How y'all both doing? Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Really appreciate you guys showing up today. I know you guys like the Blender stuff, and I haven't done it in a while, so I was like, you know what? I'm working on a project. Seems pretty cool. I got some ideas. Might as well stream it. And plus, I've been trying to stream a lot more often now for you guys. I don't have a set schedule yet, but once I get a couple things in my life a little bit more stable, then I will. You said there's very little, Sin said there's very little he cannot see referenced in all manners of life. Shiva was the first thing when I saw your current project. Awesome. Awesome. No, that's actually perfect. Because this is literally supposed to be like an angel. But like, because the original idea that I was going to call it was Gabriel. I was just going to literally call it Gabriel. But then I was like, that's a little too on the nose or whatever, right? So I'm not sure about the naming for it yet. I think right now I've just called it Evangelion Angel the Destroyer, but as like the nickname. But you wish you had an art brain. I can paint with words and your imagination, but building it with art is tough for me. Well, are you like a visual learner? Because like, see, I was always visual and kinesthetic, so I liked working with my hands. Almost biblically accurate, Angel. You need a horn for Gabriel. See, I knew that too. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, how can I make a horn, but in a non-horn way? And I was thinking, what if the horn, quote unquote, was like bite beats, but they looked like vents coming out of the sides of the neck. So like right here on the sides of the neck, you see, what if I put bite beats in those and then put like fog effect type things in there? Wouldn't that be cool? And then so literally the horn of Gabriel would be like its neck, and it would be like just the sound it makes. So many good ideas I've got going through this right now. I love biblical stuff, so. And that's not to get religious or anything like that. I love taking references from like any religion, any culture, and it's not to like appropriate it. It's just I love the ideas themselves, and I think there's so many cool ideas. It's like more of an appreciation for it than it is an appropriation. You know, so I think that's the difference. But yeah, it's getting like, I originally did want to go spider with it, because I easily could have done that, but I was like, nah, I think I want to keep it upright. Keep it upright, and then figure out a way I can maybe, you know, articulate it in a way that's a little bit kind of creepy, but not creepy in a way. So. Alright, so we're gonna do on this one, same thing, 9-degree curve. Right here, -9. But on this one, I'm gonna do another -9. But on this one, I'm gonna start going back, and that's gonna give it that kind of tailbone look, I'm hoping. So just go back 9, and then go back 9. And I think that should kind of give it a nice little spine look. But I'm not sure about the dimensions of everything yet. I think I need to actually have sized these the way I sized the other ones, yeah. So let me get rid of these ones real quick. Let me do it that way. Would be so sick with those eyes, like the abyssal horrors. Oh, like the holographic. You're talking about the holographic projectors, but with the abyssal horrors. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh no, Sin's getting flagged. He's sending the paragraphs. Sin, I got the thing on that doesn't let you send more than like 350 or whatever, or it's like I think it's like 250 characters, and it's just because I literally can't read the long messages. It's because you're typing a paragraph, dude. You're over there typing an essay. What? Grammy said 1 word at a time, Sin. Anti-verbose chatter. Keeps kicking his soap. Y'all got me cracking up. Oh shit, y'all got me cracking up today. Oh fuck. I knew as soon as I was like, I'm gonna do a No Man's Sky stream today, I was like, it's gonna be chaotic. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, see, I could have just done this in like one step. Size first, size down first, then minus 9, Even the damned bot hates reading LMFAO, Idiocracy Sin. I'm sorry, I'll try and change it. I think I can change the amount. I didn't realize it was so low. It might be like 150 and I need to set it to like 350 or something. It's that way people don't feel like they're limited too much. That's just genuinely my bad, son. I think I had been going through the settings, I just didn't realize it. As I realized that there were a couple things that like I just did not have set right in my YouTube settings. And ever since then, I changed them. YouTube started kind of promoting me a little bit more and actually giving people the notifications. And I know a lot of you guys get the notifications from Discord, but like the other day on World of Warcraft, it promoted me, and I was pretty happy with that. You know what I could have just done? I'm such a dum-dum. I'm such a dum-dum. We're gonna make this like really, really alien. I didn't even think about this though. I literally could have just done this. And then that. There we go. Very wormy. Oh, that is actually kind of sick looking right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's creepy, but I think I can pull it off. I think if I give it like the full tail especially. I think if I give it a tail and I give it like a really cool like dragon head or something, I think this is gonna like actually look really neat. I might not even give it legs. In all honesty, I think I might just make it float. Why give it legs? It's an angel. It's just gonna fly. Who wants to write essays, Finch? What are you doing to us? Balderdash, indeed. 9, leave it. Just go with monosyllabic. That's the way, I guess. Many arms, good. No, I'm gonna keep the arms. I'm just thinking for the body. Yada 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 yada. What happened to the music? Oh, the playlist might have ended. Hold up. 1 second. Get some more music going here. What are you guys feeling right now for the music? Any genre? I got a music thing that I bought. Not bought, but I think I don't know, I got like a free trial, I guess, for it. Because I have like Streamlabs Pro, so. Trying to see if I can get a longer track here. Yeah, it doesn't need legs. Yeah, it definitely doesn't, yeah. Yeah, the tail is definitely going to be longer, though. This thing can do the entire YMCA dance alone half the time. Yeah, exactly. I think we'll do some lo-fi house. That sounds good. Oh yeah, this is nice. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit actually. This reminds me of the jellyfish jam. Those who know. Grimy, that one, I feel like you know that one. Alright, so head's gonna go up there. Gotta get the tail worked out. So let's see here. I gotta keep going with this. So we're gonna go pretty long with the tail, I think. I don't know how long though. So I think probably about there should be good. And actually, this did end up being the quicker way to do it. I just needed to turn it as I was going. And then eventually I'll put some crooks in the tail or whatever, so that way it's not like just so uniform. Well, actually, you know what? I might as well make it try to make this perfect looking as possible. Again, Angel. It's gonna be sitting there in its like most poised position, anyways. And then if you guys are wondering about the quote at the bottom of the description, that is a quote from When the Man Comes Around, or just The Man Comes Around from Johnny Cash. And I figured that was an apt quote. He says something different at the end of the quote, which is why I changed it. He says white horse, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like that was appropriate for the stream, so I just changed it to something else, I think. I think I changed it to just an angel, because that's what I was going to be doing anyways, so. Yeah, see, now I need to start curving it back down a little bit. Okay. And there are other ways of doing this. I think I told Dash, like, there's like ways of putting it on a curve, but if you want it a little bit more accurate, this is another way of doing it, if you don't mind, you know, tediously doing it like this. But if you listen to music and stuff like that, like me, it ends up going by really fast. And you don't really notice it too much. Did I do that one? Hold up. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh yeah, and you guys, Discord is now, or my, not Discord itself, but my server is now public. So all you have to do is just, look at the rules, and then you're in. And it's only a few. It's literally just like no soliciting, stuff like that. Aside from like out of the proper channels. Like I do have a self-promo channel, obviously, but no soliciting like personal info, obviously. Stuff like that. I think I forgot to turn these ones. Actually, you know what? That's kind of fine. I don't mind those being straight like that. And then I can do... No, I kind of do actually. Hold up. Do this one. Oh. And then turn it back. Okay, so that one... Yeah, so this one I want to turn back to 9. The white horse is symbolic. Cash was a Christian, and death, one of the 4 horsemen, rides atop a pale horse. No. I know about the whole symbology of it. I just was like, I figured I could interpret it as instead of one of the horsemen, it's one of the archangels. So, or like, what if they're one and the same type thing? You know, was kind of my idea. And I know you know a thing or two about, if you're the Lord of Sin, you gotta know a thing or two about that kind of stuff. You gotta, otherwise you wouldn't know the sin from the not sin. You know, if you're not sinning, you're not sinning, you know, but if you're sinning, you're sinning. And you are the Lord of Sin. Yeah, that's pretty cool right there. I don't know if it's too much at the end, though. I think it's too much at the end, but we'll see. I'll keep going with it, but... Besides that one down. No, I think I forgot to. No, I did, okay. No, I think I forgot to size some of these down. I genuinely think I forgot to size some of these down, yep. Yeah, because they were supposed to be like that. Okay. That's why it looks weird. Okay. Yeah, I actually really like the way the articulation is coming out on this, for the tail and everything. It's pretty cool. I never thought about using these parts like this before, so I've always wanted to make like a mech, so I think this is going to be like kind of the perfect culmination for me of beast and mech. An angel and, you know, all that good shit. Oh yeah, that's nice right there. It's kind of a stubby tail, but I kind of like it. One of the other parts of the orange dot goes away. There we go. I don't know though. I feel like, what do you guys think? Like Mom always used to say, sin is as sin does. Does it count that I've tried to do stuff like Little Big Planet and Dreams? Oh, like this in Little Big Planet and Dreams? Yes, it does, dude. That totally counts. Dude, and I'm gonna tell you why. Little Big Planet is one of the things that inspired me to want to go and do engineering classes. In engineering classes, I learned AutoCAD, and the AutoCAD is what made me want to learn Blender. So yes, applicable. Totally applicable. It is a series of like steps to get to where I got to where I am now. But like of just finding the right program and where I like to build. But if you liked to build in that program and you were able to do it, in my opinion, that was a building program. Like Even Halo, you could consider like Halo Reach, especially their Forge. I saw people make stuff like this in there. That's art. That's just as valid, you know? So, that's modeling to me, in my opinion. It's kit bashing, is what it is. You're taking parts that are pre-made, and you're putting them together. But to make something completely new that looks nothing like the parts that they were before. So, I am not liking the tail, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Something about it feels just a little wormy, almost. Like it's feeling like a worm, but maybe I could fix it. I'm not sure. Dreams is an entire game engine, but locked to the console. Wish they'd port it to PC. It works for well for a spine, but looks good to me. I'm just thinking. Because it got really small really quick, and I only did a 1.1. But I don't know, something about it I'm not loving. Yeah, I'm gonna redo the bottom. Of it. Because obviously it's not difficult, and I know how to do it. It's just something about the proportions of it were not right. I like the way the neck is right now. But I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what I could do? I have an idea. And this is typically what happens, is I'll delete something and I'll be like, wait, no, let me bring that back. It's not until I delete it that I realize. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this one. We're gonna turn this one at a 22.5, okay? And here's what we're gonna do. Or no, wait, hold on. Let me do this. Maybe I could do this. Hold on. Maybe that was it. Maybe it's just the angle of it. No, hold on. I had an idea. Let me follow through. So what I'm thinking is pulling them all the way around and making them like little squidicles. But I don't know. What do you think? What do y'all think? Or maybe just like a few in the back. Will those wings cover most of the tail section when folded or what do you mean folded or expanded? What do you mean? No, I think the tail should still be visible. Yeah, see if I do it like that, it should still be visible. But I was gonna do it like that, and then I was gonna do them a little bit smaller and at a slightly different angle. So here, I'll show you. Hold on. Do 36, and then let me click on this one, swap to normal. Actually, and then let me. You know what? That actually doesn't look bad. Maybe do it at another. Oh god, hold up. Yeah, there we go. Hold up. Do 45 maybe. Yeah, 45 looks a little bit better. So they're kind of offset. And that way it gives like this really cool kind of like wispy look. Like almost like a ghost. And I thought that would be really cool. Because I think on its own it was just kind of weird looking. But it looked so wispy, I was like, it almost looks like it would kind of float like that, you know? So I think that's actually pretty dope. And it also kind of gives it a nice framework for the torso here. And for the pelvis. And everything. Like, it doesn't really, like, it just kind of blends and everything. It doesn't really do anything weird, so. I think that'll look really cool. And again, all this is going to be colored eventually. It's going to be, like, white and gold, and, it's just, I'm keeping it gray right now because the background is white, and it just kind of keeps it, like, a really nice sketch look, and whatnot. But yeah, I think you know, with it kind of just barely touching the arms like that, it should be fine. I could pull the wings up a little bit more, or like the arms. I could do that real quick. Hold on. 2 seconds. Make sure I don't grab any of the tail. Okay. Make sure I got everything. Yep, okay. So what I can do is just this, and just tilt it up a little bit more. I think I had tilted it back down 9, and I shouldn't have done that. It looks better like this anyways. You know what's also giving me is like weird Ghostbuster vibes. Like almost like what's his name on steroids? The Slimer. It's like if the Slimer was like mechanical and took steroids. Make sure I got all those too. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Okay, to where the shoulders are touching a little bit more too. And all those pieces are connecting. Nice. This is actually coming out pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is really coming out pretty epic. I think I want the center one though here to be a little bit bigger. So I don't know though. I think I actually kinda like them like that though. So I'm gonna leave that. Okay. I think for the skull I might just do Titanic Trophy or something. I don't know though. I wanna come up with something original, but I feel like if I can do the Beast skull, like the skull that I did for the Beast, I can definitely come up with something for this. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when I get to points like this, I like to dance with them, with the music. When you get the arms bopping. You know what I'm saying? It's so fun to do. Like, yeah, that's how my builds, to me, that's how I can make them feel alive. And like make them feel like they're really special and something. But like right now the proportions on this are beautiful. The way the wisps are kind of like just barely going under the arms. Like just imagine like he's got like a DJ set under him, and he's like, raise the roof, raise the roof, raise the roof, raise the roof. That's literally all I think. That's literally all I think anytime I'm like listening to good music. I'm trying to remember what I listened to when I built some of the builds that I know y'all know. Flint's Revenge was tons of Disney villain music. I can tell y'all that now for sure. Flint's Revenge, I had that ship bopping to Disney villain music. I'm not even kidding. It was like same thing that I was doing just there, but like to Disney villain music. It was so funny, and it was a ship, not even like a figure like this, you know. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really happy with how these arms came out, and especially like the way the ends came out of them, like the elbows and everything. I really am loving how this is coming out as a whole. So thank you guys for the suggestions and everything. and like giving me some feedback on like how everything looks. And I appreciate everybody being here today. We got 5 viewers right now, it looks like, and you know what? I'm happy with just a calm, chill stream with chill people, close friends, you know? You guys are great. You guys have literally been some of the biggest supporters that I've had. Literally, Joy Roth, Sin, Grimy, who else have we got in here in chat today? Super Soft Drink has, I know for a fact, has shown up a bunch of times. Krusty's shown up a bunch of times. Dashboard's shown up a bunch of times. Like, you all have just, like, freaking supported my channel so heavily. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. I really do from the bottom of my heart. Aw, dude, no, thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate it. It's fun getting to kind of share my process with y'all and show that, like, you know, even when I come in, like, with stuff already kind of half built, it's just because I like to have at least something down, so I'm not coming in here with just a blank canvas. I think a lot of the streams where I come in with, like, a blank canvas and I try to start from scratch, it ends up going really bad because a lot of the early build process is scrapping, and until I can get something really solid down in terms of the style that I'm going to go for, and the parts usage especially, and I had enough of that going here that I felt comfortable streaming it today. So I was pretty happy that this is coming out so well. So, but enough boasting over it. We'll get back to it. I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm just thinking right now I was in my analyzation phase. I'm not just boasting over it. I am in my analyzation phase a little bit, where I'm just kind of looking at all sides of it, seeing like what all I could do. I do think I could add some wings in the back. I don't think I want these to actually be the wings. I think I want these to be like the arms and have maybe separate wings come out in the back, but I'm not sure. What I was also thinking was this. But I like the position that the arms are in, but I think I want to angle them back just slightly. I think it's so parallel right now. Like, it's so linear looking. So I think what I'm going to do is this, because all of these are on the same point right here, which is why I did that on purpose. Again, like, a lot of this I did on purpose for articulation purposes, because I knew I was going to be wanting to move this around later on. So I was like, I have to design this in my head, like, in a way that I'm going to be able to grab center points and stuff like that and move it around them. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take this, and on the Z-axis, I'm just going to move it back probably like 9 degrees. And I think what that should do is give it a little bit more of like a torso kind of thing already. Like, it won't, I could maybe go a little bit farther back. Let's see, hold on. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't cut off that. So let's see, rotate Z, let's do 18. Oh wait, hold on, minus 18, my bad. I could do that. It just kind of cuts off the bottom elbow a little bit, and I liked it showing a little bit more, but I don't mind that though. I actually kind of think it shows off the top a little bit more, and it draws more attention to the head. And then when you go to the side, you see that it's all the same. And if anything, I could just re-articulate these ones to be a little bit different, but I like that they were all even. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the better bet, but it almost looks more linear that way. Let me just see. Let me do it to the other side, and then if I don't like it, it'll be a quick little reverse. It won't be too much of a hassle to go back, but. Okay, actually, I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't know though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I like the transition of not being able to see the side to kind of being able to see the side of the arm to fully being able to see the side of the arm. I think it gives a lot more of a profile to lead up toward the face and the head, and it lets the tail do more of the work for the bottom of the build, and it balances it out a lot more. So that way it's not so busy on the eyes everywhere. So I think actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Oh, I'm sorry, son. I totally missed your message earlier. You said, am I adding creations? Or I'm sorry, am I adding wings of some type, like dragonfly type wings? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about using either the flags or the banners or something, but at this point, I kind of like the idea of maybe using, because I'm personally not a fan of using the planetary glitches. I just don't like the fact that it shows that you can pick them up. And even though this is going to be very large, I just don't want people flying on it and then seeing that. And it ruins the whole thing for me. I don't know why. It's just an OCD thing for me about building. I've talked to Dash about it before. He gets it. But what I think I might do, I could use the bug head. Oh my god, can you guys imagine? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Give me 2 seconds here. Hold up. Can you guys imagine? Let me make it. I gotta make it like a frick ton larger. This thing on the frickin' front of it. Talk about praying mantis. Oh my fucking god, why do I kind of want to do that? Why do I kind of just want to do that? That's the bug head, y'all. That is legit the bug head. I don't know why it didn't come out like that. Hold on, why is that doing that? Hold on. Snap it to it. There we go. Hold on. Times 20. And then we'll just do size times 2. Hold on. And then we'll... Oh, it's because it was on global. Hold on. 90. There we go. Why does that just kind of work? You were thinking about that, Grimy? Alright, see, because here's the thing. Keep in mind, I can do cool stuff with those. I don't have to just do that head specifically. If you remember if for those of you who have been to the Leviathan's head, I can actually show you exactly right now how I did that. Is literally the Leviathan's head is these guys right here. So let me isolate this real quick. Make this green just so it's a little bit easier to see. So it's these guys, right? But they're turned 90 degrees and they're put back to back like such. Right about there, I would say. And then they're turned 90 degrees this way. Now here's the fun part, right? Is I then took this guy, pull these over a little bit. So there's technically 2 different types of heads in that one. Took this guy and turned him downward 90 degrees. And there you go. There's the Leviathan head right there. That's all I did. So there's things I can do really to come up with ideas for stuff like that. Those headpieces that are like really quick and easy. But I loved this one because it ended up right here was perfect because it matched up with where the bone pieces were for like the teeth were on these green ones here. And so it ended up looking like all the horns were coming out right where they should have been, and everything lined up perfectly with that. And so I loved the head on the Leviathan. Plus the little whiskers were perfect, having it already that. So, I mean, I was thinking about something like that, for sure. And but I'm not sure. I think what I might do is do biomechanical again. So if I do it, I'll do it as like a base, but then I'll keep the mechanical parts around it. Or I'll take Jorah's suggestion and do the, I think he had said the Abyssal Horrors. If you scan, I guess, them, you can use the Wonder Projector, I think he was saying, or I think he was implying, to put the Abyssal Horror, like, eyeballs. Or, like, the eyeball, I could also see, like, the eyeball pets, being a possibility. I think that would be really cool. Just to give it a really kind of, like, just creepy, but, like, creepy vibe, you know? Because keep in mind, these are all metal parts that I'm using. So I wanted it to look like it was fluid metal, you know, almost. Like it could fully articulate the metal parts of itself. Trying to see here though. I think what I might do is put a little bit of a connector piece there for the head, or for the neck, I mean, and then so that way it's got a little bit of a go-to for like the rest of them, like, or not go-to, but like a call-in for like the rest of the parts there. And then I can actually do this, copy paste, there we go, like that. And then I can put the head right there. And that'll actually define the neck specifically. I feel like a lot better. Like right where the head is supposed to be. Yeah, dude. So yeah, feel free to use that. Like, and that's free. You guys can easily free place that. You guys can easily free place that. I have worked with those in No Man's Sky. They have really decent hitboxes to where like they're easy to work with. They're not terribly difficult because the way they snap is typically on the bottom of themselves, and then the rest of them don't really have much of a hitbox. So I think if you were to like glitch it, especially if you were to get yourself like 3 glitch points and get them in the right direction, you could easily do it. I don't know if you would be able to, if you have like mods, you could definitely size and glitch it. But otherwise you'd just be able to glitch it. But they're pretty big on their own, so if you were doing like a smaller creature type of build, you could definitely do that. But yeah, feel free to clip that or whatever, and if you want to save that just for your own personal use, just so you can see like what all, or like save a little screenshot or something of it, by all means, because yeah, that's literally all that was on that Leviathan. But it looks so cool, doesn't it, in game, right? And especially with the right color scheme. So I'm just looking at different parts here, just seeing, but I'm thinking what I might do is the biodome or something, but at least for the base of the neck, yeah, right there for the base of the neck, right there for the final base of the neck, do the biodome, because it's got that connector piece that goes through there, and I feel like that could kind of look cool. But I don't know, I haven't used that for anything, so let me just do this. Oh wait, no. Yeah, let me just do that, that'll be better. I don't know, I think that's fine. I'm not sure what to do for the frickin' skull, though. I'm genuinely not sure. Or if I should work on another part of it. Because I like the tail aspect of it right now. I like the arms. It's kind of there. I need to get the torso finished, though. There needs to be something else going on with it. Ooh, I have an idea for the back. Hold up. Let me actually start it on... Yeah, let me do it on every single one. Yep. Well, except for the tails. Except for the tails, yeah. Let's do it on this one. Oh, wait. Whoops. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'll see what I'm doing in just a second. And I think, yeah, alright, I'm gonna take it off the other ones, but... Take it off these two. Create like little vent columns. I don't know why, I just had that idea, because they're already scaled anyway, so I'm like, might as well see what I can attach that'll also scale with it. Kind of exaggerate that scale. Oh no, you're good, Krusty. You lurk away. I know you're working on a project. What are you working on? Do you mind letting us know what you're working on right now? I think you had told me. And I cannot remember. I'm so sorry. Or I don't know if you were working on the same thing. Yeah, because originally I was gonna do the same thing, but with the doors, and I can still do those doors, but now the doors will have. Oh, that is cool. That is fucking cool. Okay. That totally just brought it up a level. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Let me go ahead and get the hollow doors on there as well. Well, I don't know, because I'm thinking. The issue is I don't want people falling inside of it, like, and not figuring out how to get out. Like, it's not one of those things where I really want people going in it. It's not really like it would be able to be gone in anyways. Like, you wouldn't be able to see much anyways. The whole point. The spine boots added a lot. Yeah, dude. Yeah, soft drink. Yeah. I think adding stuff like that is going to exaggerate the arms even. So let me go ahead and do that for like stuff like the arms even, as well. I can figure that out. So like, let me think here. Are there any other spots I could kind of do that too? I don't know though. I think just keeping that on the spine even is just fine. So. Yeah, let me go ahead and make those gray just so where they're same color, and then I can figure out the color scheme later, but yeah, that definitely added a lot. Even just silhouette wise, yeah, that's much cooler. Yeah, the silhouette from above is super cool with that star pattern kind of going on. And like all the arms sprawling out in a similar way. That is actually pretty epic. And I love how it goes from the stars into the neck like that. Alright, so I'm trying to think here. You know what I could do? I'll figure it out there real quick. I'm trying to think of what part to use to kind of fill those. Because I don't want to just be typical and use the vents. The corridors don't have doors, do they? Unless you put doors on them, so I'm being stupid. They're already going to be closed off. I'm being a dum-dum. Never mind. Those will be closed off anyways. I'm thinking if I put doors on them, then they'll be open, but otherwise, yeah, they'll just be closed. So I can just put lighting on that or something later on. Or actually, you know what I can do? Hold up. I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do is I can snap them and then pull them off of it by or move it into it slightly, and what that'll do is in the game it won't register as snapped because it'll be offset enough and it'll get the lighting effect, but it won't get the door will still be closed, or like it'll still be closed where people can't like fall in it on accident or something. They go fly around it. So that'll give me a little bit of lighting there. And I'm only at 737 parts, it looks like, so far. So 38, 39, 40. Yeah, so 740 parts after this. Oh. Not 739, my bad. But I miscounted, but yeah, I think that's gonna look much better. Especially with those little end caps on it, yeah, that's gonna be much cooler. Okay, because then I can make those like a different color or whatever. And the more detailed, the better, because then I can alternate the colors and have, you know, certain colors be like accent colors and whatnot, and make it a lot easier. I've never actually done a mech build like this, so it'll be fun to do the coloring on it. Alright, so now what I can do is I can change this to local individual, and I can quite literally just pull them in a little bit to about right there. And that little bit of an offset, and probably do a little bit more, hold on. So I could technically do it to about because I know it shows through a bit, so do it about there. I don't know if I like that though. Cause some of them are, yeah, I'm realizing now some of them are going in farther than others. Crap. I didn't think about that. Alright, well for now I'm just not gonna worry about that because I think it should be fine without them. At least for now. I'm not gonna get too caught up on the details, other than like main details. Gotta hit that inspiration juice. Y'all know what I'm talking about. trying to think here. What else I could add to kind of like socket the arms a little bit better? I think I'm gonna pull them off a little bit, just for now, just so I can kind of get a vibe of how much room I'm working with, and what all I can kind of attach to the side of that to make it a little bit better. Oh, almost right the hand here. So this is just temporary. It's not gonna be proportioned like this at all. I'm just pulling these off to the side here just to see. It could be technically, but I think that would be way too wide of a build, and I don't like it like that. So I'm just trying to see what I can get it here as a connector piece. Thinking. Yeah, let me try this. Cursor selected. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna get a hollow door. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. 90 degrees. Pull it out to about there, pull it down to about here. Alright, and then I'm gonna size it up, and I think if I do this right, it should look like it kind of almost just fits onto it, and because they're the same color scheme, it should work pretty well. So that's the height that's up right now. Yes, that needs to be about right there. Kind of like that. That's what I was thinking about. So I think if I lower it a little bit more, keep that height and just lower it. There we go, right about there. A little bit bigger. That's not too big. Okay, there we go. I'm just being picky about the way it looks on it right now. There we go, that's what it was. It was just a smidge off in terms of that. Okay. So let's make it gray and see how that looks. That should work. That should work fine. Alright, so now. Oh, you know what? It might have been being weird because of that. Hold on, let me just really quick. Now that I've at least got it the size that I want, that's why it was being freaking awkward with the placement of it, because I had it on the wrong settings. There we go, that's a little bit more accurate. This one I got. Oh, hold up. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. That's not bad. Try something here though. That's better though. That's more of what I've been looking for, because I think that's going to socket the arm a little bit better. This is when I start to get a little bit OCD admittedly, but... Fail faster, welcome in. Sorry, Mr. Chat there. Dang, that's gonna be badass driving home, so I can't wait to watch. Just wanted to say howdy. No worries, dude. Don't drive and watch. Get home safe, and then join us. I'll be streaming here for. Let's see here, how long has it been? I'll be streaming here for about 50 more minutes, and then we'll be raiding Dashboard Devil. We'll be going live at 6 o'clock. His time. Central, I think he said. So, 9 o'clock. No, 6. Oh, it is 6 o'clock my time. 3 o'clock his time. I got it backwards. 3 o'clock his time. 6 o'clock my time. So yeah, 40 more minutes here. Just about. I don't want live a little bit late here, but yeah, that's pretty cool right there. Okay. So. Now let's reattach the arms. See how that looks. I think I can lower them a bit. Well, let's see, because that's hitting right about there. That's hitting right about there. Actually, no, that's pretty good. Okay, that works. Oh, that's not bad, actually. That's what I've been looking for, is more like shoulder plate looking things. Yeah. So let me just adjust the size of them a little bit more. And then I have an idea about how I can get it to look a little bit better on that end. Let me see. I guess that is kind of a fine size, but... Alright, that works. Yeah, that works. Can't be too big about it. Gonna head out. Thanks, Vinci. Bye, everyone. Bye, Krusty. Later. I don't know why I said I like that. Later, Krusty. Have a good day. Okay, so let's see here. I still don't know. I don't know. I almost feel like it should be like, that's what it is. Oh my god, I know what it is. Hold up. It needs to be, okay, hold up. I have an idea. I have an idea. We gotta do this. This may or may not work. I don't think this is gonna work, but we're gonna see. No, it's not gonna work how I thought it was going to. Damn it. I was just thinking if I could get like a slightly better angle on them, but I guess that was kind of the right angle, wasn't it? Like, I don't know why I'm being so damn picky with this. Something about it's just bothering me. There we go. It was this. It was the freaking bottom lip of it. It was just a little bit weird. Okay, sorry, y'all. I notice small things like that, and I won't realize that I notice them. And then it just bothers the absolute hell out of me. And I was like, something just looked off height-wise. Dash knows what I'm talking about. I know Dash knows what I'm talking about. He'll see that same shit. He'll see better shit than I do. He'll be like, oh my god, that little itty bitty minuscule thing is a millimeter off. And I'll be like, dude, I can't even see that. Alright, it's 4.5 degrees. It's 4.5, the arms are 4.5 degrees off from that center point. That's why they look weird. Not like one of them, just like both of them. That's, like, you'll see. Oh no, not that way. It just, there was like, you see how they're like overlapping right there? I like having a little bit of an outline in between all that, to where you can see it. See the difference? Much cleaner. And it was literally 4.5 degrees. And it was because I had done 9 degrees, and I was like, and then I had done like 18, and then I was like, no, neither of those work, and then it's just eventually you find your middle ground. There we go. And now, see, now it pulls it off the neck a little bit, pulls the shoulders off the neck. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Pulls forward a little bit so where you guys can see it a little bit better. It's in front of the cursor. Well, the cursor's still in pretty show, but I'll throw it into the... Oh, there we go. I forgot I could throw it into the material preview. That's a little bit of a easier on the eyes of the thing. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, this is how it's looking so far. And then if I really wanted to, I could throw it into the composite view, but I don't think I have any lighting on this one right now. Oh wait, yeah, here we go. Hold up. Just rigging it since like the whole thing, but kind of being too annoying, but yeah. Oh, see, and then I brought the brightness up too much. Let's shrink down a little bit. Set to 1. There we go. Alright. So now I feel like I could actually go ahead and just set this all to white, and it might be a little bit easier to see. Nope, that's definitely nope, because the shading is not good on that, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go make myself some tea here in a bit. I need some actual caffeine in me. So yeah, let me take a little break here, you guys. I'm gonna throw it to the be right back screen. And yeah, give me like 5 minutes to make some tea real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hold your horses. And your horses hold your hay. And your hay, get some water for the horses. And no one dilly-dally. No shenanigans. No nothing. No horseplay either. And y'all know what I mean by the horseplay, because when there's horses, there's horseplay. Alrighty, we're back. Got my tea. But this music is, it's alright, but it's not quite the vibe for me. Not quite, so I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. Almost, but not quite. Hold on. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, that's right. Yeah. What in the hell? Can I just get regular playlist? Regular. That's what I need. Oh, you know what? That could work. No, because I don't want to be putting people to sleep. I was thinking like one of those like old style like detective style like jazz music. But... Oh, here we go. No way. You guys want to listen to some Wes Anderson? This is literally directed by Wes Anderson. Holy crap. And I'm able to play it, so... Enjoy some Wes Anderson, y'all. I feel like this is the vibe. Holy crap, I had no idea they had stuff like this now. Turn this up a little bit. I think that they're just like short little songs, but there's quite a few of them, so... Anybody here a Wes Anderson fan? I love Wes Anderson. Like, oh crap, hold on. There was one I watched with my mom, and it was one of my favorites. I'm totally... Grand Budapest Hotel. Grand Budapest Hotel. That one with Ralph Fiennes. Holy shit, that movie changed my life. If you guys have not seen that movie, it is more relevant today than it has ever been relevant. I swear to you, it is relevant. Why is it not playing? Play! No, it's playing the same one over and over again. No, I want it to play the whole thing. There we go. Okay, we'll skip to the next one. No, this is that one already played. Is it not gonna let me skip to it? Come on. Play the next one. Oh, is that the only... Is it not gonna... Oh, maybe it was just a preview. I have no idea. Yeah, it's not letting me play the other ones. Interesting. Huh. That is very strange. Let's see what this is. No, this is not the vibe. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm obsessed with the music right now because it's actually been getting me through this build. So, Isle of Dogs is one of your favorite movies there. Super soft drink. Isle of Dogs. I'm trying to remember. I was like, which one was that one? And then I remembered that's the stop motion one with the kid who literally I think he's in Japan, right? Like feudal Japan, and like all the dogs are like sent to the trash heap, right? Oh, that one, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Um, I like more of his live action ones personally. Um, like oh, and I'm totally blanking on the name right now. Oh, don't blank on the name. The one with the submarine. Oh, it's the one with the submarine. Life Aquatic. Life Aquatic. Life Aquatic is by far, I think, another one of my favorites. And then he's got a new series on Netflix, if you guys haven't seen it, uh, where he's got several. One's called like The Rat Catcher. That one's got Ralph Fiennes in it. I'm a big fan of Ralph Fiennes. Anything Ralph Fiennes. I've got the death mark or the dark mark tattooed on my left arm, you know, because he played Voldemort. And that was literally the only reason I got it, pretty much, was because Ralph Fiennes played Voldemort. And I was like, I love Ralph Fiennes so much, I'm going to get the Dark Mark because he's Voldemort. And that was, nobody gets that joke. And it's so funny because I just also love the Harry Potter series, but yeah. Even, you know, and understandably with all the criticism, uh, which I personally criticize myself, uh, you know, not the criticism, but I am with the criticism, I should say. Let me clarify. I am with all the criticism of the books and of the writer. Um, However, it's tattooed on me at this point. I still love the movies. Um, so, the movies were what I grew up on, anyways. Um, yeah, here, we'll get back to the music. Stop motion one. I don't know how I went from Wes Anderson to Harry Potter, by the way. That's my bad, y'all. That's my ADHD brain. But yeah, there was that one, and there was oh my god, do you remember the scene from wait, Grammy, you said Ralph Fiennes, Red Dragon. Oh my god, loved that tattoo on his back, dude. When I saw that tattoo on his back, I said that man could kidnap me any day. If I were blind, I think she was like, I think the little woman was blind, right? Who he like quote unquote kidnaps or like lures in or whatever, and I'm just like, girl, if only you could see, cause damn, that's what I was thinking. I was just like, damn, cause he got buff for that role. Ralph Fiennes got buff for that role. I think they gave him like because they gave him the cleft lip. I think for that role, I think he knew he had to like buff up the body or whatever to make it look a little bit better. I can't find where the different freaking genres are. It's just telling me to describe. Oh, here we go. Genres. I don't want to use AI to describe what I want. I just want. This might be AI music, by the way, you guys. I have no idea. I don't think it is, but some of it might be, and I apologize if it is, because nothing against AI. I don't like the idea of it being taken away from the spotlight of artists, actual artists. Let's see here. I'm telling you, Grammy, man, Ralph Fiennes is a fine man. And no wonder his name is Ralph Fiennes. Like, he is zaddy. You know what I mean? A little sugar zaddy. Cause you know he got some shmoney. All right, what am I getting on here for music? I just wanted like some like Linkin Park esque music. You know, let me just search that link like music like Linkin Park. Hold up, here we go. Cause I'm one of those bitches. Where do I play it? Oh, here we go. Cinematic electronic. There we go. And let me take out that. Where did it go? Wait, why is that a genre? But it's not a. But it's not a thing. What? No, stop showing those results. Jesus, what is this thing doing? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm using a new music program for freaking Streamlabs, and it's very confusing. I just want. Alright, let's just go cinematic. Oh, here we go. This is what I've been thinking about. Now you guys can get a vibe for what I usually listen to while I work. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Okay. Maybe not this one. Hold on. This one. See, it doesn't let me skip though, which is the annoying part. It just lets me play the tracks. Try a different one. Yeah, let's try this one. It's like a really quiet one. What the hell? Can't even hear this. Oh, this works. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's the music that can get me motivated. Okay. Gotta get motivation music on, people. If you don't have motivation music on, what's the point? Like, you're not gonna be motivated. Whatever motivates you, even if it's not music, just get something on, you know? Gotta go, go, go. I'm looking at parts right now on the asset browser. Just thinking real quick about how I maybe want to do. You know what I was thinking was kind of maybe making it more like, sort of doing it like Joy Roth's idea with the eyes, but making it more like General Grievous, where like the eyes were only showing through like slits, but like the rest of it was just like mechanical. Because that was another inspiration, by the way. I don't know if you guys could tell, was General Grievous for the arms. That was a big inspiration for that, I'm realizing. And that was maybe in like the back of my head. I don't think even I realized that until now. But yeah, this is giving me very General Grievous vibes. So I think what I genuinely might do is attach the Titanic trophy, and then just build around it, because it has that blue light. Let's see where the hell this thing is. Oh god. Not right at all. Oh no, see. It's already gonna be screwed up. Normal. That way. Why did the music stop again? Why does it keep stopping? I don't understand this. I'm playing the track. I don't want that one again. I want this one. It's like it's not... Try shuffle play. There we go. I gotta at least do the shuffle play. Alright, now the question is how big does the head need to be? I think probably like that. Be about proportional. The last one's gonna be 9, yeah. That slots on there really nicely, so I think I'm definitely gonna do that for the skull, but I definitely want to cover it with some stuff. And I know that might seem lazy, but it's just, god damn, that just works. It just works. And when it works, because like it's got the lighting on the interior for it, even like in that circular pattern. So yeah, I'm not gonna question that. And it slots into there so perfectly. I can even like lower it a little bit. Just make sure it's like fully onto there. Yeah, see where that neck and that spine perfectly connect. What do you guys think? I should 3D print this when I'm done with it. Dude, I have a 3D printer. I genuinely might. I've thought about 3D printing some of my builds. The Leviathan is definitely one that would be doable. Because that one I could even make it like articulate, and that would be really fun. I could break it into like little parts for the print and fully articulate it, and that would actually be quite nice. Fail Faster, if you're listening, do that. I'll send you the file. We're gonna do that. We are going to do that for sure. There we go, that's better. Alright, so I think this is actually coming out pretty well so far. I think the head maybe needs to be just a smidge bigger though. It was literally like a smidge too small. I'm bringing a smidge down. Yeah, for the jaw is like right under the neck. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, this is looking pretty dope. Okay, let me make it a different color just so you guys can see it a little bit easier. Let me make it black. And then it'll give it like more of a metallic, just slightly darker metallic look. Just make it a little bit easier for you guys to see it. But yeah, dude, I can totally 3D print this. I don't know how it would stand up. I'd have to figure out some sort of stand for it, but I like to prop it up, but yeah. Or like maybe I can make the arms articulate. I don't know. Because that's the thing about 3D printing is like you don't have to like rig anything, quote unquote. You could just have to like break it into parts, literally, and 3D print the parts and make sure they actually like will like socket into each other. I've 3D printed a few things before. I used to have a 3D print of the Cheshire Cat, but I think that one broke because it was a bunch of different pieces and the tail kept falling off. But I really want a life-size Cheshire Cat. That's what I've been wanting. I think we need to get more of the colors, by the way, Fail Faster. More of the colors for the printer. Yeah, this is looking pretty gnarly so far. The tail seems short though now. I'm not gonna lie. At least the middle one. I don't know. It does. It kind of seems short now, but I'm not sure. It's almost like it should have like two more coming out from underneath it that are a little bit longer. But I don't know. I don't mind it, it's just... Let me see something. Let me just try something. Let me just try something. Let me just try something here. Select all of these, all of these, all of these, all of these, all of this one. Yeah. Active element. 2. I don't mind that. I think it looks a little bit better than what I had before. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. My cats are going wild. You know what it is? It's that one was the right size, and then I made it smaller for some reason. Okay. I know what it was. So what I need to do is actually just hide that, delete these. Don't worry, I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm just hiding the other one. But I realized I must have made these smaller at some point, and that's why they just kind of look off for a little bit. Oh wait, I still am. And the reveal! I gotta freaking delete the inspo. I don't need that anymore. I know where I'm going with it. Alright, so this, yeah, was needing to be sized up a bit more, I think, personally. Well, let's see. I think right there is maybe fine, but... So now I'm wondering about the 3 tails. I don't know, is that too much? I think it, no, I think it was fine. I think that was fine. Okay. Alright. Cursor active. Do it like how I did it before. Global, 3D. I think it was like 45 degrees, yeah. What is this? Maybe make these ones a little bit smaller. Then see, then it does that. See something. I'm just trying to think of it like more like layered, you know, like ones like are a little bit smaller than the other, and then trying to figure out how much I want it layered though. I don't know, maybe it was fine. Just doing it that way I was doing it before. Alright. Let's do it that way then. Yeah, that works. Okay. So they just needed to be a little bit bigger. Because there was maybe a couple of easier ways I could have done that, but I just wanted to make sure. Alright, yeah, that's much better. Okay. They just seemed just a tad small. Just a tad too small. And it didn't feel like this was flowing into the torso properly. I felt like the torso was kind of like yanking down a little bit and then going into them, and it didn't look right. Alright. I mean, it's getting there already, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So, what time is it? It's about 6 o'clock now. Let's make sure Dash is live here real quick. Because I think this is a good little stopping point for now. It's right here. I think I got a lot of good progress done today. So let me make sure Dash is live right now, and then I'll get his link in chat here for you guys if you don't already have it. Yeah, he's live right now. So let me get his link here. Oh crap! Of course I've got to freaking put it in my chat. So I gotta go over to my channel now because it's freaking Streamlabs. Alrighty, y'all. You guys have a great rest of your day, okay? Yeah, this was a good stream. Good stream. I think we got a lot done today, and yeah, good music now for when I do this kind of stuff. So yeah, go check out Dashboard and go tell them Finchy Raid, and see you guys over there. All right. Everybody have a good one. Cheers.